Hey guys, happy Tuesday. It is May 3rd. This is Puckin Crazy on the Pick Dogs YouTube. I'm Joe Madden. I'm going to be having Tony Brown in today. This is the NHL show, you guys. If you haven't caught it before, we will be discussing all four of the NHL games on the board today, giving you our free picks in these games. Just while everyone gets on the feed here, what we're going to do, like we always do, we're going to quickly go over what we saw in yesterday's games. Now, I hope you guys caught yesterday's games because we absolutely cleaned up on this show yesterday. We saw, this is the one that we lost, the Carolina Hurricanes Boston Bruins game. Now, the Canes came out getting a beautiful win, 5-1. I was riding the under 5.5. Do you know how much that hurt you guys when the Boston Bruins pulled their goalie? And then the Canes got that empty netter. It was absolutely uncalled for at that point. The game was 4-1. There was no way for Boston to be able to win that game. I was so frustrated seeing that happen. So we did get a loss there. The Tampa Bay Lightning and the Toronto Maple Leafs game. The Leafs came out dominated in that one, 5-0 win. We were riding the under 6.5, so great one there. The St. Louis Blues and the Minnesota Wild, we were riding with the St. Louis Blues plus 105. The St. Louis Blues in the first period, I told you guys that I was praying for the win on that. We got that at plus 198, so I hope you guys tailed that. We also the over 2.5 for the St. Louis Blues. Advised you guys on higher juice on that. So if you followed that, you definitely got that, but it was plus 158 there. Then the LA Kings and the Edmonton Oilers. We did not cash the under in that game. I forgot we did have the under 6. This game finished with the Kings getting the win, 4-3 over the Edmonton Oilers. We like the Kings here on the puck line, plus sprinkling on that money line. And I'm so glad we did because I would have been kicking myself today if we didn't. The LA Kings team total, we also took over 2.5. That was minus 108. So like I said, you guys, absolutely cleaned up yesterday. Let's do it again today. We got 4 great games. We've got Tony Brown coming on. He always brings the money in NHL. Remember, Tony's his name, as hockey is his game. Can't forget it. So you guys, let's quickly go over these games. We got the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the New York Rangers. 5.5 is the total in this one. Rangers, the favorite at home in this, minus 140 here to open the series, plus 120 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Washington Capitals come in taking on the Florida Panthers. Now the Panthers, huge favorites in this, minus 243. They haven't won the first game of a series in the playoffs for so many years, you guys. Let's just see. I've got the year written down. The last time they won the first series of a playoff was in, I want to say 97. Let me just make sure I'm right with the year. I don't want to give you misinformation here. Florida Panthers haven't won the first game of a playoff series since 1997, April 17th. So let's see what they can get done today, you guys. We have the Nashville Predators and the Colorado Avalanche going at it. Now, we've got a total of 6.5 in this. Avs, huge favorite at minus 349. Nashville Predators, a plus 286. Total of 6.5 again. And then the last game of the night, 10 o'clock Eastern, we have the Dallas Stars kicking off with the Calgary Flames. Now, Calgary Flames minus 229, Dallas Stars plus 202. Total dropped from 6 down to 5.5. So you guys, I want to thank you guys all for being here. Really appreciate you guys here in the comments and everything, all the positive feedback you bring. Let's bring Tony Brown in to see which game he wants to discuss. And here he is. Hey, Tony.
What's going on, Joe?
Oh, it's a good day. We got playoff hockey. It's beautiful and sunny where you're at. I love to see that. So how'd you like the games last night?
Absolutely loved them. I didn't get to catch the Kings game. It came on late. I had some other engagements, but I see they pulled it out, and that was my first love. That was the very first team I ever picked when I did a hockey show way back when they won the Stanley Cup at plus 1,600 and all that. So I always have a little special place in my heart for the Kings, and I'm glad they got it done. But the other games, watched them, and we absolutely nailed them. I wasn't on the show, but they were in my premium pick section, and we did good. Like, it's hockey playoffs. I can't get much happier right now.
Absolutely. It's definitely going to be a great set of games in all of these. You got anyone that's an early look ahead that you think is going to sweep any of these series?
No, I don't. Unlike the NBA and stuff like that, you can kind of see when somebody's going to get bullied, the 1 and the 8 seed and all that. But hockey, man, this is the fastest game on ice, and they got sticks and skates. They're checking. These guys go hard all the time just to beat somebody down 4-0. I don't even see it. I really don't. I think the best we'll get out of something is maybe a 4-1, but I'm looking for a lot of these series to go 7-4-2 at the least. But anybody getting swept at this point, I don't see it. What about you?
Well, you know who I'd love to sweep? It would be the LA Kings. I would love to see the Edmonton Oilers fall flat on their faces. I don't think it's going to happen. That's who I'd love to see. Lots of people thinking the Calgary Flames will sweep the Dallas Stars. I don't see it. I think Dallas at least wins one of these. It's going to be interesting, though. I think we've got battles on our hands here.
Well, that's a perfect transition into what I'm about to say next. I absolutely don't think Dallas was going to get swept, and I absolutely think that Dallas is going to win tonight. I think this is going to be my upset special of the day. It actually is. I gave out just one premium pick today, so the juice was a lot too high on the other game, so I can give out some free picks today, and my free pick will be Dallas. Calgary has the right to be a 200 favorite. They're at home. They're one of the best teams in the league. They scoring at will. You know what I mean? They get their props, but everybody has their matchup. Everybody has that one team that they just can't, you know what I mean? And this is the Achilles heel for Calgary, Dallas. Dallas has taken 4 of the last 6 meetings head up with these guys. But what's more impressive to me, they won 7 of the last 9 in Calgary. Like, the home ice advantage has been anything but an advantage in this series. 7 out of 9 wins in Calgary for the Stars. So them going up here to play and get the win, I mean, it's only an underdog on paper. They actually love it here. So I just think Calgary comes out and, you know, they do what they do, but Dallas has their number for whatever reason, and I think they steal game 1 on the road.
Okay, so I took this game a couple ways, Tony. I'm afraid of this game. If Dallas comes out really strong today, I think we've got an over game. So I looked at Calgary's team total. I could see this being a 4-5 if Dallas gets the win. Okay. And even if Dallas doesn't get the win, I'm pretty confident in Calgary getting those 4 goals. So I took Calgary's team total over 3.5. We know Calgary is so strong at getting those shots on goal. They average 35.5 shots on goal per game, and that's 3.55 goals per game. And with Jake in goal here for the Dallas Stars, I really do think, even though he allows right on that 2.98, or sorry, that 2.53, I think with the Dallas Stars allowing that 2.98 with an offensive team like Calgary, the only way they're going to win this is if they get those goals on Markstrom tonight. So I'm liking Calgary's team total over because I trust them more, but I do see what you're saying. Dallas could get the upset tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm a guy that's still scared of over 5.5 totals. So these 6s and 7s scare me. For one team just to have 4, we definitely have to go over 5.5. So your theory works in that theory. And like I said in the beginning, this isn't really a play against Calgary more than it's a play on Dallas. Calgary is good. They're a great team. And that was the first thing I said to leave the segment. They can score at will. So if Dallas does beat them, I don't think it's going to be a shutout game or they're going to play defensively and win. They would have to score those many goals. So in theory, definitely I would go with the over on just what you said. But like I said, I can't cap that good. I barely got the game good, so I'm going to stick with my little upset pick and go there. You guys are the totals experts and the prop experts, so I just ride with you guys.
Yeah, the totals today, I'm actually loving a lot of them. All of my premium plays at Pick Dogs are 3 total plays today. Don't think I've ever had a 3-pack of just all totals out, but definitely some value to be made on these overs and unders in these games.
I'm not going to argue. I see you on the leaderboard every day. We work together, so I know what you got going on over there. You've been red, smoking hot. So if we say over, then over it is.
What do you got for sale today, Tony?
I have what do I have up there? Oh, I have a big card today. I only had one game in the NHL because, like I said, it was too much crazy juice, too much totals. I got one game that I absolutely love, so we're going to play that. Then I have a triple pack from the MLB and a triple pack in the NBA. I mean, a double pack in the NBA because it's only 2 games. So we got the whole board covered for you tonight.
Awesome. Well, all the best in all of your bets. I know you're going to absolutely dominate. You are still right at the top of that leaderboard in the NHL, just completely dominating. So all the best in all of your playoff bets here. I hope you finish at the very top, Tony.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And you guys have a great show, and I'll see you later.
Thank you. Have a great show.
Awesome.
A great day. Of course, I told him to have a great show, you guys. That's just how I answer back. I don't know if you guys do that when you're out and someone says, thank you for coming or something like that, and you answer back the same sort of thing. So with this game with the Dallas Stars and the Calgary Flames, Tony is going to ride with the Dallas Stars to pull off the upset. I'm going to take Calgary's team total over 3.5. If Dallas somehow comes out so strong, I felt most confident in Calgary getting those 4 goals. The only way I can see Dallas winning this is if they get those 5 goals beating Calgary. But I do think Calgary gets over that 3.5. I like it there. I'm also in this one, before we move on, I'm going to take Calgary in that first period. They're so dominant in the first period and on home ice in front of the home crowd. And for the playoffs, you guys, the whole parking lot turns into a huge tailgate here in Calgary. I think the energy is just going to be absolutely outstanding. So Calgary in the first period at plus 124. And Johnny Gaudreau, I'm going to take for assists tonight. Over 0.5 is minus 115. And I absolutely love it. I definitely think we will see him get an assist here tonight. So let's jump back up to the top, you guys, and go over the first game. The Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the New York Rangers. Now, this is at 7 o'clock Eastern. Total of 5.5 in this. The Rangers, a minus 140, plus 120 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, for the Penguins, Jari is out with a foot injury. So we have Casey DeSmith in goal for them. Now he's 11-6-5 on the season with a 2.79 goals against average. Pittsburgh Penguins over the season have averaged 3.28 goals per game and allowed a 2.71 actually for the exact number. The New York Rangers roll in here so strong at home, going 27-10-1 on the season. 19-22 though on that puck line. Now, Igor Shesterkin is in a goal for them tonight. He's 36-13-4 with a 2.07 goals against average. The Rangers have averaged 3.05 goals per game and allowed that 2.49, which is second best in the league. Now, they won the last matchup here against the Pittsburgh Penguins. This was back on April 7th, so over a month ago, and it was a 3-0 win here. I think we got a very similar style game, but I do think the Rangers come out so strong in this one. I think we can take the Rangers on the money line here at the minus 140-ish, and I think that's the safest way to go. I also think if you're pucking crazy, and I'm pucking crazy, I already put this bet in on the puck line at minus 1.5 at plus 190. I do think the New York Rangers have an exceptional game tonight. Now, they've covered the puck line as a favorite following their win in their last 5. So they're off that win. I could see them coming in here. Now, the Rangers have won 3 of the last 4 matchups this season against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and they've outscored the Penguins 11-4. I think this is just the Rangers game all day long. I think they're so strong at their power play. We got the Penguins coming in here strong on the power kill, but I do think the Rangers just dominate in this one. If you're looking to take the total, I still would take that under 5.5. I think we've got another 3-0 style game here. Even if it goes 4-1 and the Penguins get that 1 goal, we still hit that under 5.5. Heaven help us if the Penguins pull the goalie like the Boston Bruins did last night. I'm looking at a very similar game to that. Just fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But I think the Rangers here on the puck line at that plus money, I can't turn it away, you guys. Safest bet, though, is to take them on the money line at minus 140. But you guys know I don't like the safest bet. So puck line it is for me. You guys do what you like with that one. Well, with all of them, I can't really make you bet anything. So the Washington Capitals then take on the Florida Panthers. This is a 7:30 Eastern game. Capitals come in here at plus 214 on the money line, minus 243 for the Florida Panthers, and a total of 6.5. Now, in this one, these two teams play each other extremely tight. I would be looking at taking the Washington Capitals here on the puck line. I know Florida is so strong offensively. You can look at their team total over 3.5. I think that's another safe way to take this. You're paying a bit of juice. And you can look at the over 6.5 for the full game. Washington's team total over 2.5 at -132. I think we're going to see a lot of goals in this, and I think we're going to see the goals by both teams. Now, Vanek is expected for the Washington Capitals, 2012 and 6 on the season with a 2.67 goals against average. The Washington Capitals coming in here strong. We know they got Ovechkin. They got so many amazing players, and this team's loaded with players that have hoisted the cup. They know the pressures of the playoffs. They won the cup back in 2018, and they still have 8 or 9 players from that team on their team now. So this is an experienced team going into the playoffs here. And I can see them getting over that 2.5 goals. You can see them keeping this one tight. I don't know if they'll win this against Florida tonight. So I'm not going to take them on the money line, but I do think this is one where +1.5 at -120 on that puck line. I think we've got a good way to go with this. Bobrovsky is expected for the Florida Panthers tonight. Now he's 39-7-3 on the season, 2.67 goals against average. The Florida Panthers are just so strong offensively, and that's what I mean, you guys. Why I like the team totals over is the only way the Washington Capitals have a chance of keeping this tight is if they can keep up offensively. The Florida Panthers come in here averaging 4.11 goals per game on the season and 37.3 shots on goal per game. They are just dominating offensively and only allowing that 2.95. So they are still allowing some goals. Now they won the last matchup versus the Washington Capitals 5-4, and that was back in November. So these teams haven't played for quite a while. Now the Panthers, like I said, haven't won the first game of the series since April 17th, 1997, losing all 4 since. And they haven't won a playoff series since for 26 years. It's one of those storylines coming into this that it would be beautiful for the Panthers to come out and win this series, like breaking those trends of not being able to get things done in the playoffs. Now, I think this is a 4-3 style game. I really do, with both with Florida being at top of that. I do think this one could be an overtime game, so I don't want to take Florida in regulation. I'm just going to go with the Washington Capitals to keep this tight. Each of the last 8 games between the Capitals and the Panthers have gone over the total as well. So they're 8-0 in the last 8 to that over. So the over 6.5 looks pretty good. When we look back at when they did play these games, there was 2 games in earlier this season at the end of last year. So December, the Panthers won 5-4. And in November, the Capitals won 4-3. And then earlier in November, the Panthers won 5-4. So we've got super tight games. The game before that was back in 2019 when the Washington Capitals won 4-3. So higher scoring, tight 1-point games for all of these games. Now, for a prop bet in this one, I am looking at Bennett of the Florida Panthers. His shots on goal, including overtime, if we go to it, over 2.5 shots on goal is -130. I think it's worth paying that little bit of juice. I definitely see him getting these shots tonight. Like I said, 37.3 shots on goal average for the Florida Panthers. This is a team where those prop bets of the players' shots on goal for these top goal scorers is definitely a great way to take it. Now, the next game on the board we have here is the Nashville Predators taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Now, Nashville comes in here at +286. We have -349 for the Colorado Avalanche and a total of 6.5. This should be a great series between these two. Now, I'm going to take the Nashville Predators to pull off the upset. I think if anyone is going to get a big upset tonight, it's going to be the Nashville Predators. We look at this. The last time these two teams played was just back on April 28th. The Predators got a 5-4 win. Yes, the Colorado Avalanche, I do think, are the better team. But I think if there's any time for the Predators to pull off the upset, it's game one. Kind of catch the Colorado Avalanche, not underestimating them, but catch them off guard here. I think it's their only chance of getting a win in the series. I think Colorado is just going to win the rest of the games. I think Nashville wins this one, and if they don't win this one, they win the next game. So I'm willing to take them tonight on that money line at plus 255, or you can grab them on the puck line, you guys. You can grab them plus 1.5. It still is plus 105, so you're still getting plus money there. The Predators have been strong on that puck line, going 24-17 on the road on the puck line. And I know they're without Saros due to a leg injury, but I still think they can get things done. I do think this is going to be a higher scoring one. The only way the Predators get a win here is if they can get those goals on Kemper, which he is so strong, you guys. 37, 17, and 4 on the season with a 2.454 goals against average. We just look at the Avs. They have averaged 3.76 on the season and allowed that 2.83. The Predators can keep up offensively, averaging that 3.2 goals per game, but allowing 3.505 there. But I think the Predators are a team that have the Avs number. When we look at the Predators, they have gone 11-3 in the last 14 games in Colorado. They have also gone 13-7 in the last 20 games against Colorado. I think this is one of those games where they can pull it off. And I just think the value is there. So for me, it's money line plus 255 on that money line. I'm going to sprinkle on that. I'm going to puck line at plus 1.5 at plus 105. I would also look at their team total. If you guys are worried at all, their team total is 2.5. So if they hit that 3 and then we have the Avs come out and have a 5-point game or a 5-goal game, you're still going to get the Nashville Predators team total over that 2.5 at minus 116. I think that is probably the safest way to take this game because I think they are going to be doing everything they've got for this game for the win here to pull off the game one upset. Now, each of the Predators' last 8 games against Central Division opponents have gone over the total goals. And I think this one, 6.5, like I said, you guys, if I'm counting on the Predators to get 3 in this one, and then the Avs coming out getting 4 or 5. So that's the difference between that puck line win or not that puck line win. But at least 3 for the Predators. You guys, we know the Avs can keep up. So the over 6.5 seems easy as well. But best bet, I think, easiest, safest bet, Preds team total over 2.5, minus 116. And then give me the sprinkle on the money line in this one at plus 255 for the Predators, and give me the puck line at plus 1.5 at plus 105. I think that's your second safest bet of this game. Now I'm going to take Forsberg assists over 0.5 at plus 130. It's hit in 3 of his last 5 games. Okay, guys, that was all 4 of these playoff games. I am absolutely excited for these games. They're going to be phenomenal. I'm going to have my TV going, my laptop going, my phone going, games on everything. Make sure you join me on Twitter. I'm going to be tweeting out some in-game stuff. If I see it later today, you can find me at Joe Madden Sports on Twitter. It's going to be a great 4 games tonight. So let's do a recap. Again, I want to say thank you, everyone, for joining me here on Puckin Crazy. Appreciate each and every one of you. So let's recap this, and I will list off the order I like these games. I'll give you all of my leans in these games. The first lean I give you in the game is my favorite lean. So Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the New York Rangers. I'm going to go with, you guys, I think the best bet is the puck line. Minus 1.5 on the New York Rangers on the puck line at plus 190. Money line minus 140 and the under 5.5. The Washington Capitals taking on the Florida Panthers. I think your best bet is to take the Washington Capitals team total over 2.5 at minus 132. The Washington Capitals on the puck line plus 1.5 at minus 120, and the over 6.5 in this one. Florida, definitely their team total over 3.5 is easy money as well. The prop in this one is Bennett of the Florida Panthers. Shots on goal over 2.5 at -130. When I give you these props, I absolutely love the props. I don't give you extra props. These are props that I have searched out and bet for myself within these games, you guys. The Nashville Predators and the Colorado Avalanche. Preds on the puck line, +1.5 at -105. Money line, +255. I'm going to take as well. Sprinkle on that. The Preds team total over 2.5 is your safest way to go, but I don't think you need to play it safe. And the over 6.5 for the game. Forsberg assists over 0.5 at +130 in this one. And the Dallas Stars and the Calgary Flames. Now, Tony Brown is riding with the Dallas Stars here on the money line for that beautiful plus money. I have to ride with the Calgary Flames team total over 3.5 at +104, and the Calgary Flames in the first period at +124. And last but not least, Johnny Gaudreau, prop bet over 0.5 in assists is at -115. You guys, that is it for Puckin Crazy. It was definitely a great show. Thank you for joining me. I'm just looking at your comments here. A favorite money line. Favorite money line is the Nashville Predators. I think they have a phenomenal night. So I'm going to ride with them as my favorite money line. Courtney, I would definitely love to be on your podcast. So just hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. I have you on both of those. Cody, good luck on the Avs. Like I said, I know they are the better team. Preds just somehow have their number. Thank you. If everyone could hit that thumbs up, definitely would appreciate that. Nope, Taylor, I was talking power play. Definitely great on the power play there. For the New York Rangers, Pittsburgh Penguins are better on the penalty kill, but the power play for the Penguins or for the New York Rangers. Pretty sure that was the one that you were talking about. Capitals +2.5 puck line. I like it there for sure. You might be paying a little bit more juice than I would like, but I think they keep it within a 1-point game. So I think you can probably look at just keeping it at +1.5. Okay, you guys, that was it. I want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you again for being here today. Appreciate you guys. And I hope you made money with us yesterday. And I really hope that we make the same kind of money tonight. I absolutely love it seeing all of you guys in my DMs sending me those messages that you cleaned up with Puckin Crazy here. But you guys have a fantastic day. Keep smiling and you know the drill. Let's make some Puckin money today. Bye, guys.